last session, actually, we didn't discuss any new topic. We just resolved the error. There's some error in image uploading. We just removed that error. We didn't discuss any new topic. Okay. Hello, Kushi, can you hear me? Okay, Kushi, can you please call to Nazar? Is he coming or not? Hello. Yeah. Nazar, are you there? Maybe Nazar joined call. He's online. See him online. Okay, Kushi, today actually we are going to discuss about some concepts of OOPS, object-oriented programming. Yeah, we already discussed about almost we discuss every concept, but there is some concept we didn't discuss. We have to cover that concept, cover the topics. Okay, object-oriented, the class and object. Do you remember about the object? What is the object? What is the class? Okay, so we should complete that thing. Right. Yeah. Hello, Nazar. Good morning. Okay, so database testing meeting right now. Let's start. Please, 1 second. So Nazar, today we are going to discuss about the OOPS concept. Okay. So basics of OOPS, we already discussed what is the OOPS concept exactly. Means every code within the class means we will create the class, and then we will create the object of that class and use the functions within whatever we have declared, whatever we use within the class. Means class can contain property and methods. Property means class simple variables within the class, and method means our wait, zeta rate, and method means the functions within the class. One second, this is redirecting. So the basics we already discussed. What is object-oriented programming was the first interview in the PHP 4. Actually, we are getting the error if we declare the. Do you remember we are getting error while we are declaring the class object, because the where keyword is used in the PHP 4. We have to use. We have to declare our variable using where keyword. But if we are using PHP 5 version 5, then we don't need to just declare that where with the where keyword. Okay. Maybe there would be the example. Yeah, this where keyword, this kind of declaration we need if we have below PHP 5 version. Okay. If we have 5 and above PHP 5, then we can declare our traditional way, means with the dollar symbol, public dollar, these kind of symbol. Okay, we will just see about this also. So what is the object oriented concept? This object oriented PHP introduced version 5, we recommend as the commonly has the plan. This is just information about the tutorial basics. We discussed about the basics already. Let's just revise them. Kushi, are you there? Hello. Kushi. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's start basics of OOPS. Object-oriented programming is nothing but a technique to design our application. Application could be any type, like it could be web application, Windows-based application. OOPS is the Windows. What is the difference between web application and Windows-based application, Nazar? Okay. Yeah, you can say that. And yeah, means web application could be the example of website, and Windows based application, or you can say the desktop application is the example of our software. If we develop any software, means could be the management software is there. Means there's so many example of software. We can create a software using uh, our other language, means PHP is the scripting server side scripting language. Okay, with the help of .NET or Java, we can create the software. Okay, with the help and we can use this terminology, OOPS concept terminology, while we are developing any software or any website. Okay, by using can create modular web application by using OOPS. In PHP, we can perform any activity in the object model structure. There are many benefits of using OOP over the parallel or procedural programming. Further in this part, we will cover. Okay. Modular web application. Modular web application means we can develop our application module wise. Means first module, second module, means we can divide our website in modules in first phase, second phase, with the help of oops. Means we can just create only a part. Means within the admin panel there is a product related part, product uploading, inserting, deleting, updating. This part we can divide our website into modules. If we are using oops concept, easily we can divide our concept in modules easily. Okay. And what is the parallel or procedural programming? It means our simple way of programming core PHP, whatever we use. If we are not using class, we can use this function. Function doesn't comes under the oops concept. Oops concept comes means we have to use class and objects. Okay. If we are going to use simple functions only, then it is procedural. It could be it could be, we can say that yeah, it is the procedural way of programming. Okay. In the core PHP we already see how we just develop the code. We didn't use class and object. What is the object is the just an instance of an class. What is the class is just a, you can say, a type which have the property and the method. We can create the variable of this class. Variable means object, so we can use the behavior of this class. We already discussed. I will just send this link, you can read briefly. Okay. Nazar and Khushi, these are the advantage. Reusability of your code means if we just code within the class, means one class can be used any number of any number of objects. So it could be the reusability. We don't have to write our code in so many places. We just have to create an object of our class. Means just create a common class. If we need that kind of code many times in our website, just create a class, and whenever we need that code, just create an object of that class and use it. Reusability, easy to maintain, means we know where we have to change, where we have to update the code so affect as per the requirement. So it is easy to maintain also. Good level of abstraction. You can say abstraction, making something hidden, means complexity. The working complexity it will hide. It is just a easy way to use. You can say a core developer, you can divide the developer into types. Core developer who just create the functionality, and end user end user developer means who just use the functionality, creating the functionality and using the function. There could be two type of developer. So the core developer can create the class, means whole functionality. They just define the class. Within the class there's properties and method, different kind of method. End user just have to implement the logic to use how to use that classes. So it could be used to a level of abstraction. Abstraction means hiding the complexity. Okay. Abstraction means hiding the complexity. Okay, Nazar. Modularity is create a separate class for every problem. Then you can making the modular programming means we can develop our website as a modules. Means particular module which kind of which part you want to develop first. You can create that class, or uh, a team can parallelly work on our project. Means they just create their classes and their object and their logics, and after creating own logics we can merge them. We can merge all of them, so our website can be built module wise. Okay. Means our work can be divided in module, and each module is not related to each other, so we can create our module parallelly. Okay, Nazar, Kushi, is there any confusion? Kushi, are you there? Okay. So this is simple example of our class. If you are using PHP 4, you have to declare with where or variable, where keyword. It is just a class in interest calculator and a function, a calculate interest. Yes, three variables, or you can say three property and one method. Okay. In this method, whenever we call this method with the help of function of the sorry, with the help of object of this class, whenever we call this method, so it will just return the interest. Okay, we have to set three variables, three values into three properties. One second. बस तो मैं भी कर रहा तो फिर आएगा नहीं कब 8:30 लेट नहीं जाएगा 8:15 तो ये नंबर नहीं है ना बैलेंस नहीं है ना तू उठाता कहाँ है पापा मम्मी का नहीं उठाना और बंद कर दिया हेलो so in this class three variables and one function, or you can say three properties and one method. So whenever we call, it will return this dollar this. Why we use dollar this? We already discussed in coding method. We use dollar this so many places. Means dollar this just ref, refer this. It is current context. You can say this variable is in current context. Means this variable is of this class. Here you using dollar this within this class, na? It means rate. Rate means it is just referring to this variable, nothing else. Okay. Dollar this rate, asterisk symbol just multiply. Dollar this duration, asterisk again multiply. Dollar this they maybe they just forget about this, and capital slash 100. It will just calculate the interest, nothing else. Same way, always very simple object. Sorry, they just define the. No, there is no object. They just show you how we create the class and the variable and within the class function. There is no object example right now. Object in PHP. Now they just created the object here. Calculator, new interest calculator. This is just a user defined name, and this is our class interest calculator. You can see here interest calculator. Okay. So with the help of this object, we just assign the values into these three property or these three variables. We can just assign simply calculator, this symbol, this stands to, you can say, and rate. Within the rate 3, within duration 2, and the capital 300, and just we can call our calculate interest method. Then it will return, after calculating whatever be the result, it will return that particular result. Okay. Simple example, we already discussed this kind of example already. Okay. Class and object in basics. These are the basics. PHP class keyword, just same example, same. Following example, some above in the PHP 5. Yeah, in the PHP 5 there is some difference. Is in PHP 4 you have to use where keyword. PHP 4 you have to declare your properties, or you can say the variable with the help of where keyword, but in the PHP 5 you don't have to declare, just you can directly declare public variable, private, we will just see what is the difference public private, and the third access specifier is protected. Okay, public private and protected. We will just discuss about the difference also. So the same example, I don't think so it should be merge variable, third variable, just return the concatenation of these two variable in this function merge variable. Okay, there's one more thing, means if you want to include any PHP file within your class, you cannot include directly, you have to include within any function. Means you cannot break up your class in several files, but within your class function can, within your class function you can break up it into multiple files. Let's us understand by example. Follow will not allowed in your class, this is not allowed. The first one, first example, not allowed, because we are including our PHP, one more PHP file directly into our class, not within any method or any function within the class of function. But in the second example, within the function test we are including one page, this is allowed. If we have that kind of requirement in any case, then we can include like this. This will just generate an error, it will just throw error, but this is allowed. Object in PHP, the same, how we create the object, my new class, just with the help of new keyword, using the new keyword. You have to use new keyword and the class name, whatever with your class name just use, and this is user defined variable, so it will just create an object of this class type. So rate duration capital, calculate interest, this is a class closed here. Okay, after this creating various object of class, means calculator 1 and 2, we have created two different object of this class. With the help of first object variable we just set three values, three different values, and with the help of second object we just assign three other values. So after calling the same function, which one, this one, it will return different values, means both object is not related with each other. Did you remember, Khushi and Nazar? I just show you. I just show you how we can just describe, means if we create two or more objects of a class, this value within this object is not related to each other. Means these two are different. Means if we assign within the rate, where is the rate? Here, the class variable rate, but we are assigning 3 with the help of first object, and again we are assigning 3.2 with the help of second object. So the first, whenever we call the first object rate, then it will return 3, and if we call second object rate, then it will return 3.2. Means we have only one variable in the class, but these objects just behave differently. Okay, the value of these objects different, always different. That value will not going to override. Okay, Nazar, Khushi? We already discussed this concept. So I just show you the different values. Every time we have created a different object, this will means we have what we have done. If means with the help of dollar calculator, we just call calculate interest, means this is with the help of first object. Okay, this is the first object and this is the second one. Both the values will come different value, there is different value. Why? because we assign different value in the variables or in the property of that class. Okay, Kushi? Hello, Kushi, are you there? We just try to revise this thing. We already discussed about the simple thing. Nazar, is there any confusion? Kushi, is there any confusion? I can explain you. Nazar? Okay, Khushi, is there any confusion related? Means both object have different value. You can see here how we create object with the help of new operator. Okay, what we are doing in these two line of code, what we are doing, we are creating two different objects. First calculator one, second calculator two of class same class interest calculator. This is our class name. Yes, we are using class name. We are assigning 3 into rate. Where is the rate here? With the help of first object. Same, we are assigning 3.2 in the rate with the help of second object. But these two are the different objects. Okay, these two are the different objects. So it will not overwrite the value. There is, if you just if you access rate with the help of first object, then it will return 3. If you access rate with the help of second object, it will return 3.2. The simple way, simple logic. Okay, just try to see this example, try to implement. If there is any error, let me know. A simple one. Just li code of your interest calculator. Five, just analyzing, nothing else. Constructor, yeah, we didn't discuss about the constructor till now. Constructor, you can say constructor is a predefined method. You can predefined method in the class or in the OOPS concept. There is a constructor. Constructor has the same name. A function constructor nothing as a function of a class, a method of a class, but the name of this constructor is the same of our class name, but just have two underscore before the name. Let me show you. Constructor magic function underscore construct. Okay, with the help of, if you use the underscore construct, in we can use the directly underscore construct, so it means we are creating the construct. Otherwise in the php 4, one second, let me show you. Let me show you first which version we are using right now. Just please be online. CI demo. Class. First, let me check the version. How we check the version, Nazar? If I want to check the version of my PHP language by coding, PHP info is the predefined function. It will just return the information about the whatever we have installed in PHP. So just run that file. Class is a folder name and demo.php. Demo. Something www class demo cl use www class demo.php where I will use 1 second. Why it is sorry? Okay, that I used comma. Class and we have demo.php. So it will just return you the PHP version. It is PHP 5.3.5. Means we are using PHP version 5. We can use this code also because if we are using 5, then it will support this code also, and 5 version 5 code also. 1 second, let me PHP 5 constructor. But right now, 1 second, let me just describe first. Okay, let me describe first what is the constructor exactly. But a function, and constructor is a function defined in your PHP class. Constructor function automatically called whenever you will create the object of the class. Means a constructor, if you are using a constructor function within your class, so first thing is that how the class understand that is a constructor function. Means if you use in the say with the same name, your function name is the same name of your class. You can see here in the PHP 4 interest calculator, exact same name of the method within your class. If you are using same name, then it is considered as a constructor of this class. Okay, if you in the PHP 5, if you are using double underscore construct, by using this syntax, so it will just consider as a constructor. Okay, what is the constructor now? This is the constructor. Okay, how we just understand what is the which one is the constructor? So we can understand by if we are using same name, or if we are using underscore construct keyword. Okay, construct is a keyword. You can see the magic function, it will call automatically. So what is the constructor? Constructor is a function of class. It will call automatically whenever we create a object of a class. Whenever we create, 1 second, just please visualize. Hello. Yeah. Are you there? So what is the constructor? Constructor means at the time of object creation. How we create the object with the help of new keyword and class name. Just show, yeah, this is new interest calculator. What we are doing? We are creating a object. So at this time, our constructor will call automatically. Constructor function will call automatically. We don't have to call. Yeah, a simple function, simple method. How we call simple method? With the help of object. With the help of this object, we will just create. After initializing of this object, after creating of this object, we can create by using this name. Object cls tends to the name of method, whatever be the method name. But this is the constructor. It will call automatically. Did you understand, Nazar and Khushi? It will call automatically. I will show you the example. Did you understand right now? Whenever we create the object of any class, then it will call automatically the constructor. How we just recognize the constructor in PHP 4? The same name. If a function have a same name of a class, if the function have the name of our class, then it is a constructor. But in the PHP 5, in newer version, we can use underscore underscore construct keyword to just defining a constructor. Okay, so let me just use this code. Yeah, we already, I have latest version, so it should be work. Dollar obj new interest calculator is a class. So our construct, let me check it is running or not. Yeah, it is running, no error. It means it is running. So let me just remove this. I'll just show you. It is calling, it is just called or not. What I have done, a class, created a class. This variable is not necessary right now. I just create a class, and within the class I just create a construct function. Construct function means we have created a constructor, public function underscore underscore and construct, and within the construct I just echo string. So whenever we create object of this class, then this function will execute and this string will be printed whenever we create. Let me show you. Just for example, string has been printed. But in case of, if I am using not a construct, any simple function, f1, simple function, then it will not execute this word, this echo. It will execute only whenever I call that function explicitly. It will not going to call automatically. Obj1, with the help of this object we have to call our f1 method, then only it will execute. Fatal error, undefined method, interest calculator, one fi I have used, sorry. Now it will echo string. Did you get the difference? Means if we use simple function, then we have to call explicitly of that function within the class. We are just discussing about the class. So within the class, but if we have a construct, okay, let it be the same. Just create a simple construct, public function underscore underscore, two time underscore, construct keyword, and the parenthesis, okay, it will call automatically. So right now it will give two result is first function call automatically, and second is string automatically, set up undefined method interest calculator fi. Okay, I just use control Z, that's why. So there is two calls. First one is constructor and second one explicitly f1. Okay, did you understand, Nazar, Khushi, what is the difference between a constructor and a simple function within a class? Khushi, is there any confusion? Okay, should I move ahead? Okay, so next thing, this is the constructor, simple constructor. So every initialization, in every initialization, if we use within our constructor, if we use argument, so at the time of initialization, if we have argument, let me show you. In the constructor, if we have one argument, then we have to just pass, just you can see that, just $1 str. We don't have to write here, but at the time of object creation, we have to pass a value here. We have to pass a value here, otherwise it will give you error. Now right now it will just print that gt also in between called and string. Yeah, in between called and string it is printing the gt whatever we pass at the time of initialization of object. If we didn't pass anything simple, then it will be generate a error. It will be generate error. Missing argument 1 for interest constructor means argument 1 should be passed. A simple logic means if we created a function with argument, whenever we are calling that function we have to pass an argument, otherwise it will generate an error. Simple previous logic of calling a function, nothing new. Okay, now playing with visibility and other feature of construct. Visibility means same access specifier, means you cannot use your constructor. First thing is that you cannot use your constructor as a private or protected. If you use your constructor as a protected, then you have you cannot directly, you are not able to directly create the object of that class. Let me show you. One second, I'm not using str. Okay, right now it will work, there is no error. Okay, but if I use in place of public private, there's three kind of access specifier: public, private, and protected. Okay, public will work if I use private, and let me show you. There is an error. There should be error. Call to private interest calculator from invalid means you cannot create object. You are not able to create the object in this line number 19. Whenever it will execute, so it will just throw a error. Okay, yeah, if you don't use any code, I don't think so it will be error. There is a blank page. Why? Because class will not execute automatically. We have to create the object, then only we can use the coding, use the behavior, use the logic of the class. Okay, so whenever you just create or you try to create the object of this class, so constructor will execute, but constructor is private, defined as a private, so we are not able to execute that constructor. It will just throw error. Okay, Nazar, Kushi. After this, protected we can use, but we are not able to directly call, directly initialize the very object of that kind of variable. Public, we should use public if you want to create the object of this class. Will be one. Private, it will just throw a error. Just a simple example, nothing else. This is just a description, nothing else. So constructor, the simple function, nothing else, a function, but a class function, and it will just execute automatically whenever you are trying to initialize or you are trying to create the object of a class. So with the help of constructor, what we can do with the help of constructor in class, Nazar, we can initialize the variables at the time of object creation. We can initialize or not, Nazar? At the time of object creation, if anybody asks you, Nazar, just concentrate on this question. If anybody asks you how you initialize your class property at the time of object creation, what would be your answer? What would be your answer, Nazar? How you initialize class property? How you initialize your class property at the time of object creation? Initialize means, did you understand the word initialize means assigning any value? Okay, initializing means assigning any value. Class property. Class property means the variables, simple variables within the class. Okay, and so what's the question? How you initialize class property at the time of object creation? At the time of object creation, not with the help of object. With by using constructor means at the time of object creation there is only one method automatically called constructor. Constructor means whenever we create the object, if we define our constructor, then yeah, it will just we can define as per our need our constructor. Let me show you. Mm, there would be initialization also. Yeah, here is the initialization. Fatal error. 1 second. Yeah. So actually we are using constructor. What we are doing? New interest calculator. in both game instance of class will be created. Read will be to set 3 of duration and set 4, but different way to calling the constructor. In page 4 you are limited to create constructor by creating function with the same name of the class, but you can either do the same thing. This should be correct. Why? If you have created parameter in the constructor, need to pass. Okay, means yeah, this is just a example of value property initialization. Means rate and duration always initialized whenever you create a object of this class. How? With the help of this constructor. Means this is a constructor function and it have two arguments. Means whenever you are trying to create an object with the help of new keyword of this class interest calculator, you have to pass two values, and you are passing two values. It will just assign rate and duration. Dollar this rate means this variable, dollar this duration to this variable. These values will be assigned to these two variables at the time of object creation. Okay, now you understand. Okay, okay, just tell me it's in simple way, just forget about this. We have one class. Okay, within the class I have one variable dollar a. I just want to assign one with the help of object. How we assign? We have to just call we have to just first create an object of that class. Sorry. No, no, no. Let me show you. We have class x, y, z. Okay. In here we have a variable a. Nothing else. We don't have anything. We have function f1 just to echo dollar a. Nothing else. I just want to assign a value. I want to show how we just assign a value in simple way. X, Y, Z. Our class name. This is our class name. Okay, what we have done? We create an object. Now with the help of this object, dollar obj tends to our a, and we can assign any value within a, and if we call with the help of same object dollar obj1 should be 1 because we have used the name obj1. Obj1 tends to a function name f1. If we call f1, then it will just display that value, nothing else. This is the simple way. Variable of property initialization. Undefined variable a. One second, line number 9. There is the line number 9. Okay. Echo this. Okay, dollar this. Sorry. We have to use dollar this. Not here. What we have to echo the a of this class. So we have to use dollar this tends to a, just a, nothing else. So we are getting 8. So what is the process? We have property. This is the property of a class xyz. This is just a function to displaying the value of a. But how we assign the value? Nazar, first we have created a object. First what we have done, create the object of that xyz class. After this, after the creation, with the help of this object, we assign it into this a. means into the our property, our variable, class variable. So after this we just call a f1. F1 just display whatever is the value. Okay, this is a simple way of assigning any value of a of a class, variable of a class. Okay, is there any confusion in this code? Nazar Khushi? Now after this, if I want to assign the value at the time of object creation, means at the time of object creation I just want to pass or assign the value of a, what we have to do? We have to create a constructor, nothing else. Public underscore public function, sorry, function underscore construct, and I just use any, you can use any variable here. It is just for catching the value. It can and you can use any name, there is no foundation, but whatever you have used here you have to use within this class. Okay, within this function. So what you have to do, I just want to assign whatever the value user pass, this tends to, I just want to assign into a equals to $x. It is within the argument. Now I don't need, now if I just use the same code, it will be give error, means I have to pass a argument, missing argument error. Okay, one argument, I have to pass one argument at the time of, so I don't need this line of code. Line number 29. So 7 will be assigned to $a automatically whenever whenever we create the object, and it will be just display 7. Now you understand at the time of object creation how we initialize our property. Khushi? Hello Khushi, are you there? Okay, is there any confusion, Khushi? Any confusion, any doubt? At the time of object creation, we just initialize the property of our class. Nazar, is there any doubt you can ask me? Okay, let's move ahead to next one. Visibility, yeah, we have discussed already. Our constructor should have public, should be defined as a public. If you define as a private, so it is not accessible outside the class, so it will just generate a error. Okay, because constructor automatically call whenever we create the instance of our class, means whenever we create a object of our class, we generate an error call to a private xyz underscore construct. Okay, so it is not accessible, that's why it will just generate throw a error. Okay, public, private and protected, there's three kind of access specifier. Let's move ahead. Okay, there's some predefined functions are there in object oriented programming. Means underscore underscore construct, we already discussed. This is also a magic method. You can say the predefined function magic methods. So underscore underscore construct, we already discussed about this. This magic method is called whenever someone create object of your class. Usually this is used for creating constructor in PHP 5. Destruct. So this is also one of example of magic method. So when this function, this destruct use, this magic function is called when object of your class is unset, in just opposite of construct. Means whenever we are going to just destroy our object or unset our object, so this function automatically, if we have within our class, then this function will call automatically. Show you. End of class, public function underscore underscore destruct. We call automatically whenever we unset our object. We have already created one object obj1. Okay, if we unset is a keyword, predefined keyword of PHP. We can unset the value or unset the any type of variable with the help of this predefined function. Okay, we have to just pass $obj1 the variable, nothing else. Let me show you. One second. Unset obj1 use this. Okay, wrong spelling, nothing else. E. So our variable, our object is also unsetted, so our function automatically called. You can see here, I didn't echo anything, and means I didn't echo destruct. I echo within a function. Destruct, I just echo destruct within a function. It is called a destructor, just the opposite of a constructor. Means whenever you create a object, then a constructor function will call, and whenever you destroy your object, destructor function will call. Okay, okay Nazar. Hello, hello Nazar. Khushi, are you there? Yeah, did you understand difference between construct and destruct? Hmm? Yeah, just the opposite function. The destruct is the opposite of construct. Means when the construct called automatically whenever we create the object. Mean in the line number 23, whenever the line number 23 will execute, our constructor will automatically call. Why? Because we are creating an object of a class, so it is automatically called. But at the line number of 27, what we are doing, we are just destroying our object. We are just destroying our object, so our destructor will call automatically. Okay, these are the magic. Yeah, you can say the magic function means somehow a predefined function related to the class and object, related to the object oriented programming. Okay, now let me just use a simple oh, sorry, echo message nothing here. Call and destructor call. So these two messages, first because of our object creation, and second destructor call for because of our object unset. Okay. Now next one, dollar underscore underscore get. And so this method called when your object attempt to read property or variables. Okay, both thing is the same, property or variable. Property means the variable of a class, means this is the variable of class. Okay, don't get confused between the property and the variable. Okay, Nazar Kushi. Hello. Yeah, property and variable the same thing. Okay, property, whenever I just say property means I am just talking about the variable of a within a class. Where is the variable within of our class? This is a simple variable. Okay, this is the property of our class. Okay, so next magic function, you can say get underscore underscore get. This method will call when your object attempt to read property or variable of a class which is inaccessible or unavailable. This is kind of get, set, call, and static dollar name. One second. Let me. Okay, let me try in code directly. Public function underscore underscore get. It is also a automatically kind of automatically called method. Echo get is called automatically when it is called. Means right now it is going not going to call automatically. Why? Because all is means a get must take exactly one argument in why just take a argument. Okay, Right now it is not called. Okay, constructor called, destructor called. When the constructor called, because of line number 28, means we are creating object, and when the destructor called, line number 32, we are destroying our object, and it is just using that function. Now if I try, after creating the object, if I try $obj, obj1 is our object name, equals to, no, not equals, tends to, let me assume b, okay, equals to 0. Right now, what is the meaning of this line of code? What is the meaning of this line of code, Khushi? Hello, Khushi. Line number 30, what I'm trying to do, just tell me. In line number 30, now we have created one object, okay, obj1. What we do, tends to, with the operator tends to, means hyphen, greater than, with the help of this operator, what we do, we just try to access the property or method of a class. Did you remember, or you forgot? Means what we are trying to teach, obj1 tends to b, means there is what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to access the b variable of our class. Is there any variable b? No, we have variable a, so there is no b variable, and what we are doing, we are assigning to b variable, then it will just call automatically destructor constructor should be display echo. One second. Echo call automatically. Okay, get only get. What we are doing, we are setting get. Yeah, automatically call, get is called automatically. Let me use, one second. Tr tag so first, constructor called, why? Because our object is initialized. Second, get is called automatically, get method predefined, or you can say magic operator in case of object oriented programming. Set is called by default whenever you try to access a property which is not exist, hello Nazar, Khushi, Nazar, are you there? What I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to access the property with the help of this object. What I'm trying to do, access the, okay, you can echo here something, means I just want to echo $b, but there is no $b. Is there $b we have in the class? Yeah, class start here and ends here after this. So there is no $b, means there is no property of our class. We are just use $b or b variable. So what we are trying to do, what we are trying to access $b, but there is no $b. So it will get method just execute automatically. Why? Because it is kind of, it is means error handling. You can do the error handling here or not, means there is no B. That's why it will call and you can just show a message here. You can show any message here. What I use dollar dot. Sorry. No, it will not print anything. Okay, no issue. It will just check the variable whatever we are trying to access. If it is not exist, variable name, what we are trying to access with the line of 34, we are trying to access B property of this class, but we don't have B property. That's why this predefined function automatically called. Let me show you the definition also. Same definition is there. Magic functions, magic methods of PHP. List of magic method in PHP. Construct whenever we initialize the object. Destruct whenever we destroy the object. Get. Just read out this method called whenever, when your object attempt to read property or variable of the class which is inaccessible or unavailable. Nazar, did you understand? Did you understand what is the working of dollar get? The underscore get. Sorry. This is a, yeah. This is also a function, but it will call automatically. These functions, all the function will call automatically. We don't have to call them. These all the function will call automatically. Okay, but at a particular time, means at the time of object creation, constructor will call. Object deletion, destroy, whenever we destroy object, destructor will call. Get means we are just trying to access a property which is not accessible, either it is private or it is not available. Then get method will call. If we define, if we don't define, it could be no message. Okay, so we can define our error handling. We can just do error handling with the help of underscore get, underscore set, is set, unset, call static. There are different magic methods are there. These are the magic methods. It will call automatically. Just opposite of get, there is set. This method will call when object of your class attempt to set the value of, or value of the property which is really inaccessible or unavailable in your class. Means if it is not present or it is not accessible, means it could be the private, and we are trying to assign the value of that property. Of that property means of that property of class in class variable. Okay, Nazar, Khushi, just a simple concept. Nazar, just tell me, is there any doubt you can ask me? No, 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 I didn't get you. Means okay, you just right now everything is confusing. Okay, yeah, if once you just go through all the thing, then mean these are my point of view. These are the simple concept, not uh, any complicated concept. Constructor, whenever we create, how we create the object, just with the help of class name or not. First thing is that you have to understand about the class. Okay, if you want to learn about the object oriented concept, first you have to know about the class. What is the class exactly? Class have two kind of things, means property and methods. Property means the variable, simple variable. This is the property of a class, and the functions within the class are the method of the class. Okay, this is the method. This is the predefined construct, is the predefined method. So this is the class, means combination of property and methods. Okay, the simple method means this is the f1, a method name. It will not going to automatically call. We have to call this method by using object of this class. How we create the object of this class? Simple, new, with the help of new keyword. Okay, with the help of new keyword we can create an object of this class. Now with the help of obj1 we can call f1. We cannot able to directly call f1. F1 is just a function, but this function is within the class. Okay, now there is some magical functions, you can say, that function will call automatically, means in a particular event. Kind of events or not, means whenever you are trying to create a object, it is a event. Means you are creating a object, so this event can be fired, can be catch. So there is a constructor method. This method will catch that event, means object creation event. This method can be catched. So if we define constructor, then whenever you create a new object, any number of object, any number of time, then this constructor function will call automatically. Okay, and the opposite of constructor, there is a destructor. Just a destructor means whenever you destroy your object, whenever you just try to destroy your object any number of time, means right now you have created only one object. If you create one more object obj2, then our constructor will call two times. And if you just destroyed all the object, means both of the object, then our destructor will call two times. Okay, now next our magical function is get and set. Means, okay, let's assume we have variable a, means a property of our class. But let's assume there is I just created a object obj1 of this class xyz class. I am trying to access a property of b, means I have a property of speed, means yeah, you can say I have the property of speed. But somebody just trying to speed or running, I have the property of running. But somebody is just trying to access my property of flying, but I don't have flying property. I have property running. So if somebody just trying to access the property b, but I don't have property b, so it can be catch by using get. By using get magical function, means it will execute automatically if somebody is trying to access a property which is not available, or the second condition, or it is not accessible. Means yeah, if I assign private here, private, so nobody can access my property of this class. Okay, Nazar? Okay, Khushi? Hello, Khushi. Are you there? Okay. And the same way, set means if anybody just try to set a value into our property, and which is not available, which is not our property or not accessible, then it will just execute a set dot underscore underscore set. There is a magical function, one more magical function, underscore underscore set. Then that function will execute automatically if we define within our class. If we define within our class, okay, property which is not available or not accessible. Okay, Khushi, Nazar? Yeah, you can see here in the definition also. This method called when object of your class attempt to set, means with the help of object only we can set our variables, we can assign, we can initialize our variable to set value of a property which is really inaccessible or unavailable in your class. Okay, these, yeah, these are the four. What are they? What these are the magic method. Magic method. Why we call magic method? Why the PHP developer? What whenever whoever developed this magic method? Why they call magic method? Because these are called automatic in event basis. Event basis means, yeah, I'm somebody just creating an object of a class, a event fire. In that event, constructor will call. Yeah, there is a process. So constructor will call automatically. We don't have to call explicitly. At the time of object destroying, constructor will call. The same way, get and set the just event fired when we are trying to access a property which is not accessible or not available. Access or set the value. Same way is set. Let's just read out about the isset. This magic method trigger when isset function is applied any property of the class which is inaccessible or unavailable. Isset property means you can say that just a isset is did you use isset in core PHP? Did you remember? Nazar Khushi, in core PHP is set in inbuilt function is there, is set, if is set, we always use within dollar underscore post whenever we just refresh or whenever we submit our form. Did you remember, Nazar? Khushi? Yeah, we just check this variable is setted or not, means it is initialized, any value is assigned to that variable or not. It is set. So same function, this is the same function, but we can use using a method of a class, means, and when this function will call automatically, there is a event for this also, is set whenever somebody just trying to see is setted or not, nothing else. There would be a is set. Where is the is set call now? Yeah, here is set X property. They are just trying to X, but there is no X property. Just as same way, this is the similar to the get or set is set. Is set means is set dollar a tends to X, means what we are doing. What is the dollar a? Just try to understand the code. Just try to understand the code. What is the dollar a? Dollar a is a variable. What kind of variable? New test, object kind of variable, means this is a new keyword. New keyword means we are creating an object of this test class. Where is the test class? Yeah, here is the test class. Yes, so this a is the object of test class. Yes, okay, what we are doing, we are with the help of dollar a tends to X, means there should be a X property of this class. No, there is no X property. Yep. So is set. What we are trying to see is set within the this, means we are just accessing the X property. So it is not available. X variable is not available. So our is set will fire. Underscore underscore is set. Nothing else. Simple. Okay. Nazar, unset. Whenever we unset anything, whenever we unset if it is accessible or not. Oh, okay. If we whenever we are trying to unset a very value which is not accessible, then unset will fire. If it is if we unset a object, then destructor will fire. A kind of confusion. Just remember, means if you try to understand all the things, you will get confused. So just dollar underscore underscore unset, just forget about this is set. Just remember about the is set. And mm, here is the list. A magic methods. Okay, these method will execute automatically. Next step. Yeah, construct and destruct is the most important one. Just remember this thing. Construct destruct is the most important one. Anybody can ask you about the construct and destruct. Get, set. Just remember about the get, set, and is set. Okay. Call is the same as get. There is no difference. Just a difference. It will fire when we are trying to access a property which is not available. It will fire when we are trying to access a method, not a property. What is the difference between property and method, Nazar? Of a class, what is the difference between property and method? Property and method. Khushi, what is the difference between property and method? Khushi, are you there? What is the difference between property and method? Just tell me. Of a class, what is the property and what is the method? And method, and what is the method, Khushi? No, no, I'm just asking in the context of class and object. Okay, let me revise. Let me revise. This is the property, means variables. Okay, variables equals to property, and sorry, property and functions. In the context of class and object only, function is equals to methods. In the context of class and object, variables means property. So where is the variable of this class? Dollar $a is the variable of this class, so it is the property. And where is the function of this class? Function f1 is the function of this class, so it is called a method. So f1 is a method, and dollar $a is the property. Okay, dollar, what is the dollar $a? Khushi? Dollar $A is a property and function. F1 is a function, means it is a method of a class. In this class, same class, XYZ class, whatever the class name. Okay, Nazar? Now you get the difference between class and property. Sorry? No, property is not a function. Property is just a variable. No. I just asked you property and function. What is the difference between property? Sorry, property and method. I just want to know difference between property and method. Yeah, means in the context of class, yeah, property is a variable and method is a function. Actually, in the context of class, means in the interview also, you have to say, you can't say the variable. You have to say property. Okay, you can't say the function of a class. You have to say method of a class. Okay, in the simple, in the procedural programming, means in the core PHP procedural way, yeah, we just say variables and function. But in the case of class and object, you have to say property means variable. So whenever we declare any variable, or we just initialize any variable, it is the property of that class. And whatever be the function, it is the method of the class. Okay. Okay, Khushi? Hello, Khushi. So call magic method trigger when you are attempting to call method or function of the class which is either inaccessible or unavailable. Right now, if I create an object of this class, okay, obj1, let's assume I have created an object obj1. I'm trying to access f1, so it will just return the value of a. Okay, it will just return value of a. If I'm trying to access f2, what I'm doing, I'm just trying to access f2 with the help of object of this class, but there is no f2, a function f2. There is available f2? No, not available. Nazar? Okay. If I have created an object obj1 and of this class, okay, with the help of object, that object, I can access the f1 or not? Yes, I can access, because f1 is available and it is public also, and we have created the object of xyz class. We can access f1. Okay, but if I try to access f2, there is no f2. Is there any f2, Nazar? There is no f2. It means if we are trying to access a method which is not available. So this, if we define underscore underscore call function, call method, the magic method trigger when you are attempting to call method or function of a class which is either inaccessible or unavailable, if it is private. Means, or means second condition, private. If it is private, just tell me, Khushi, are we able to access this method by using object of this class outside of the class? Can we access this method outside of the class or not? Can we call access, means can we call this method, this function outside of the class? Khushi? Yeah, outside of the class means how we call the function? Simple way, f1. how we call in simple core PHP, I just call f1, but this is the function within the class. We cannot call directly. We have to create an object. A object. I can use any name right now. Okay, I just use obj every time. New keyword, and what is the class name? X, Y, and Z. Z, our class name. What I have done, I just created the object. So dollar obj tends to f1. So this is the way in object oriented, in the class and object format, how we call the function within the class. It is called method. How we call a method of a class with the help of object. With the help of object. Okay. But it is if we declare private, so it is not. We are not able to create call that function. Let me show you. Call fatal error, call to a private method xyzf1. It will give you error. Why? Why it is giving error, Nazar? Just tell me why it is giving error. Hmm? Kushi? Yeah, yeah. Just yeah. What we have done, we just call. Yeah, just tell me, Kushi. Okay. Let me comment this. If I use public here, there would be no error. Yeah, there is no value within the $a, but there would be no error. No error. This is just because of we use the code after the PHP tag. After the PHP tag, this is the PHP tag. That's why it is printing. There is no error. What I have done, I have just changed a keyword, nothing else. If I again Control Z, copy to private, the basic thing, it will give you error. Why it is giving me error? Nazar? Nazar? Kushi? Okay, we already discussed Nazar this. If it is not accessible, if we there's three kind of access specifier: public, private, and protected. We just discussed about two: public and private. If we define as a public, then it is accessible outside the class. This is the kind of outside of class or not. Our class closed here on line number 17, and this object we have created outside the class. So if we declare private, then it is not accessible. Our function, our method f1 is not accessible outside the class. If we declare private public, then it is accessible. Just because of access specifier. And this is the actual security. This is the security in the class and object. Did you understand, Nazar, now? Khushi? Let's take exactly two arguments. Take, see the description. Take two argument. No, it is not giving any error. Why? Even then it is private. Even then it is private. Okay. What we are doing, we are trying, let me remove this, just causes issue. It is private, okay, we just calling, but it is not giving error. Why? Because we handle the error with the help of the underscore underscore call. This, from where this string is printing, from this function. Yeah, I understand there may be some confusion is there, but yeah, I have one solution. You can do one thing. You have to just read out this document and try to understand this document. Okay, means basic of oops class, magic function. After this we will see the visibility, means public, private and protected. What is the static? You have to read out till inheritance, abstract class. We already discussed about the abstract class and interface also, overloading and overriding. Just try to brief, try to, okay, till abstract class, just try to concentrate all the topic till abstract class, and briefly just read out the overloading, overriding, object cloning method and method entry if you get time. So one, if you just try to understand by yourself, yeah, there would be so many confusions are there, so many complex code are there, but if you try to understand, and after this I will explain, I explain you, and if you ask me the doubt, your doubt, then it will be get more clear to you. Okay, now sir, when you have interview, today or tomorrow? Okay, okay. So Nazar and Khushi, your task, whatever we are before task, just leave them as it is right now. Your task is try to read out this document from the starting, okay, and list out your doubt. Here is the example of everything. Here is the example. If you are using get, set, or constructor, destructor, here is the example. You can just copy this example and paste into your file and try to understand the code. What the code exactly doing. Try to understand what is the class. First thing is, what is the class? Yeah, this is the class, start here and ends here. There is no object creation. We just use some variables. Yes, we use variables and function. So variables call method, function called sorry, variable called property and function called methods in context of oops. Okay, and slowly try to understand, try to code with yourself, try to understand the code, just the execution of code, try to understand the execution of code, then only you can understand the coding. Okay, then only you can create the logic. Okay, just try to cover this. I will just send you the link also of this link. Just try to understand from the starting, from the beginning, and these all the topic. Here is the listed some topic. Yeah, we have discussed till magic functions. Yeah, some magic functions we have to discuss, but you have to start from the beginning. Okay, okay Nazar, Khushi. Okay, so that's it for the session. We will just meet tomorrow on the same time. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Khushi, bye bye. Hello Khushi, are you there?